श्री भगवान सत्य साई बाबाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सत्य स्वरूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सत्य धर्म परायणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई वरदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सत्पुरुषाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सत्य गुणात्मने नमः। ओम श्री साई साधुवर्धनाय नमः। ओम श्री साई साधुजन पोषणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सद्बुद्ध्याय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वजनप्रियाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वशक्तिमूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वेशाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वसंगपरित्यागिने नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वान्तर्यामिने नमः। ओम श्री साई महिमात्मने नमः। ओम श्री साई महेश्वर स्वरूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई पट्टिग्रामोद्भवाय नमः। ओम श्री साई पट्टक्षेत्र निवासिने नमः। ओम श्री साई यशकाय श्रीनिवासिने नमः। ओम श्री साई जोड़ी आदिपल्ली सोमप्पाय नमः। ओम श्री साई भारद्वाज ऋषि गोत्राय नमः। ओम श्री साई भक्तवत्सलाय नमः। ओम श्री साई अपान्तरात्मने नमः। ओम श्री साई अवतार मूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वभय निवारिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई आपत्संबसूत्राय नमः। ओम श्री साई अभयप्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई रत्नाकर वंशोद्भवाय नमः। ओम श्री साई शिरडी साई अभेद शक्त्यावताराय नमः। ओम श्री साई शंकराय नमः। ओम श्री साई शिरडी साई मूर्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई द्वारकामाई वासिने नमः। ओम श्री साई चित्रावती तटपुट्टपट्टि विहारिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई शक्तिप्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई शरणागतत्राणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आनंदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आनंददाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आर्तत्राणपरायणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई अनाथनाथाय नमः। ओम श्री साई असहाय सहायाय नमः। ओम श्री साई लोकबान्धवाय नमः। ओम श्री साई लोकरक्षापरायणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई लोकनाथाय नमः। ओम श्री साई दीनजनपोषणाय नमः। ओम श्री साई मूर्तित्रयस्वरूपाय नमः। ओम श्री साई मुक्तिप्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई कलुषविदूराय नमः। ओम श्री साई करुणाकराय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वाधाराय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वहृद्वासिने नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वपुण्यफलप्रदाय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वपापक्षयकराय नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वरोगनिवारिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई सर्वबाधहराय नमः। ओम श्री साई अनन्तनुतकर्तृणे नमः। ओम श्री साई आदिपुरुषाय नमः। ओम श्री साई आदिशक्तये नमः। ओम श्री साई अपरूपशक्तिने नमः। ओम श्री साई अव्यक्तरूपिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई कामक्रोधध्वंसिने नमः। ओम श्री साई कनकाम्बरधारिणे नमः। ओम श्री साई अद्भुतचर्याय नमः। ओम श्री साई आपद्बान्धवाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेमात्मने नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेममूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेमप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तप्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तमन्दाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तजनहृदयाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तजनहृदयाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तपराधीनाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तिज्ञानप्रदीपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तिज्ञानप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुज्ञानमार्गदर्शकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई ज्ञानस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई गीताबोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई ज्ञानसिद्धिकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुन्दररूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पुण्यपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई फलप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पुराणपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अतीताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कालातीताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सिद्धिरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सिद्धसङ्कल्पाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आरोग्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अन्नवस्त्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई संसारदुःखक्षयकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वाभीष्टप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कल्याणगुणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कर्मध्वंसिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधुमानसशोभिताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वमतसम्मताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधुमानसपरिशोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधकानुग्रहवटवृक्षप्रतिष्ठापकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सकलसंशयहराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सकलतत्त्वबोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई योगीश्वराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई योगीन्द्रवन्दिताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वमङ्गलकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वसिद्धिप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आपन्निवारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई आर्तिहराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शान्तमूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुलभप्रसन्नाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो Samma Sambuddhassa. Buddham Sharanam Gacchami. Dhammam Sharanam Gacchami. Sangham Sharanam Gacchami. Ashevuhu Vahishtemasti. Ushtasti Ushtahmai Yatashai Vahishayashem. Shma Israel Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Bismillah Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. La ilaha illallah. Allah Allah. La ilaha illallah. Allah Allah. La ilaha illallah. Allah Allah. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Saishwaraya vidmahe satyadevaya dhimahi tanna sarva prachodayat. Saishwaraya vidmahe satyadevaya dhimahi tanna sarva prachodayat. Saishwaraya vidmahe satyadevaya dhimahi tanna sarva prachodayat.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
నిప్పులో వేయొద్దు, సుత్తితో కొట్టద్దు, సాగ వెరకద్దు, కటింగ్స్ చేయకూడదు, సెట్టింగ్ చేయకూడదు, ఏది చేయకుండా నాకు చేయను కాబట్టి ఎట్లా అవుతుంది?
You cannot say, never burn my gold, nor cut it, nor hammer it, never burn it. You cannot say like that.
కాబట్టి నీవు భగవంతునికి హృదయాన్ని అందించినప్పుడు దీన్ని ఇట్లా చేయకూడదు, అట్లా చేయకూడదు, ఇట్లా చేయకూడదు అని ఈ కండిషన్ పెడితే నీవు కోరినటువంటి ఆనందం నీకు ఎట్లా లభిస్తుంది?
When once you surrender yourself to God, you cannot specify, you cannot condition
భగవంతునికి
it.
అర్పితం చేయి, తాను ఏమైనా చేసుకొని నీవు కోరిన ఆనందం అనేటువంటి నగ నీకు అందిస్తాడు.
Surrender to Him. Whatever He does, He will confer ultimately
ఆనందమే
bliss.
నీకు అందిస్తాడు.
He will make you blissful.
కనుక ఈ విధమైనటువంటి కండిషన్ లో పోయినటువంటి వాళ్లకు కండిషన్ లోనే అంత్యమవుతారు.
The one who puts these conditions, he will be conditioned.
కట్టగడపటికి అంత్యం లోపల బ్యాడ్ కండిషన్ వచ్చేస్తుంది.
And he will have to face bad condition at the end.
కండిషన్ లేనటువంటి యొక్క సరెండర్ లో భగవంతుని ప్రార్థించాలి.
Develop this unconditional surrender and praise
ఈ
to God.
దేహం కూడా తందే కదా,
Body is His.
ఈ మనసు తందే కదా,
Mind is
ఈ
His.
చిత్తం తందే కదా,
His intellect.
సర్వము తందైనప్పుడు దీని కండిషన్ ఎందుకు పెట్టాలి?
When everything belongs to God, why do you put conditions?
దేనికి నీ మనం భయపడకూడదు.
Never fear.
ఫియర్లెస్.
Be fearless.
కనుకనే ఆధ్యాత్మికలో 3 తత్వములు బోధించారు.
In spirituality, 3 aspects are taught.
ఏమిటి ఆ 3?
What are they?
త్యజించవలసింది ఒకటి
One has to be given up.
భ్రమించవలసింది ఒకటి,
One has to be received.
ఆనందించవలసింది మరొకటి.
One has to make you blissful.
దేహాన్ని నమ్మవద్దు,
Never go by the body.
దేహాన్ని నమ్మవద్దు.
Never believe this body.
ఎందుకోసం ఏ నిమిషంలో ఏమైపోతుందో.
Why? At what moment what's going to happen?
లోకాన్ని విశ్వసించవద్దు,
Never believe the word.
దైవాన్ని వదలవద్దు.
Never give up God.
ఆ మూడు కూడా మీరు తెలుసుకోవాలి.
These three are essential principles of life.
ఈ మూడింటిని మనం తెలుసుకుంటే మనం పొందవలసిన అన్ని కూడా మనం పొందుతాం.
Then once you know these three, you will achieve everything that you are supposed to.
ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా,
Embodiments of love.
ఈనాడు స్వామి మీకు అందించేటువంటిది ఏమిటంటే, స్వామే మీరు, మీరే స్వామి.
Bhagawan's message is, you and Swami are one.
స్వామి ప్రత్యేకంగా లేదు,
Swami is not separate.
మీ నుండియే స్వామి.
You and Swami are one.
ఎవరికి ఇన్వైట్ చేశారు?
And who invited you here?
స్వామి పైన ఉన్నటువంటి ప్రేమ చేతనే మీరందరూ వచ్చారు.
Your love for Swami brought you
నీకు
here.
నాకు సన్నిహిత సంబంధమైన ప్రేమ ఉండటం చేతనే ఇన్ని వేల మంది ఇక్కడ చేరారు.
It is the intimate love that brought you here in large number.
I am ready. తీసుకొని పోండి.
Bhagavan is ready to take him with you.
ఎవరు హృదయపూర్వకంగా ప్రేమిస్తారో వాళ్ళ సొత్తునే నేను.
If you just love him wholeheartedly, he belongs to you.
I want only love.
Bhagavan wants only love alone.
ఈ విధమైన తత్వాన్ని సత్యంగా గుర్తించండి.
Understand this nature.
ఆ ప్రేమ చేతనే మీ జీవితాన్ని గడపండి.
Lead your
ఆ
life.
ప్రేమ చేతనే మీ యొక్క జీవితమును లీనం చేయండి.
See that your life is full of love.
భజన బినా సుఖ శాంతి నహీ, హరి భజన బినా సుఖ శాంతి నహీ, హరి నామ బినా ఆనంద నహీ, హరి నామ బినా ఆనంద నహీ, హరి భజన బినా సుఖ శాంతి నహీ, జప ధ్యాన బినా సంयोग నహీ, జప प्रभु दर्श बिना प्रज्ञान नहीं, दय धर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं, भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं, भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं, हरि नाम बिना परमात्मा नहीं, हरि नाम बिना परमात्मा नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना, हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं, हरि भजन बिना, हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति। ఈనాడు స్వామి అనగా ఈ దేహం యొక్క బర్త్డే, నా బర్త్డే లేదు, దేహానికి బర్త్డే, ఆ బర్త్డే యొక్క ప్రసాదాన్ని అందరూ స్వీకరించిపోవాలి.
This is the birthday of the body. Swami is beyond, and there will be distribution of prasad to everybody.
to the waves of the river, singing Om Namah Shivaya. Listen to the waves of the river, singing Om Namah Shivaya. Sayom Namah Shivaya. Sayom Namah Shivaya. With each wave, Namah Shivaya. With each wave, Namah Shivaya. Let us join in praise Mother Ganga, singing Om Namah Shivaya.
Let us join in praise Mother Ganga, singing Om Namah Shivaya.
Let us join in praise Mother Ganga, singing Om Namah Shivaya.
Let us join in praise Mother Ganga, singing Om Namah Shivaya.
Sayom Namah Shivaya. Sayom Namah Shivaya. Sing praise Namah Shivaya. Sing in praise Namah Shivaya. With each wave, Namah Shivaya. With each wave, Namah Shivaya. Listen to the waves of the river, singing Om Namah Shivaya. Sayom Namah Shivaya. With each wave, Namah Shivaya. Let us join in praise Mother Ganga, singing Om Namah Shivaya.
Let us join in praise Mother Ganga, singing Om Namah Shivaya.
Sai Om Namah Shivaya. Sai Om Namah Shivaya. Sing in praise Namah Shivaya. Listen to the waves of the river, singing Namah Shivaya.
मन मंदिर में आवो गिरधारी मन मंदिर में आवो गिरधारी मन मंदिर में आवो गिरधारी नित दिन बरसत नयन हमारे नित दिन बरसत नयन हमारे नित दिन बरसत नयन हमारे मन मंदिर में आवो गिरधारी मन मंदिर में आवो गिरधारी सूरदास के श्याम मुरारी सूरदास के श्याम मुरारी अज्ञान तेरे दर्श की प्यासी 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 मन मंदिर में आवो गिरधारी
मन मंदिर में आओ गिरधारी
दिन बरसते नयन हमारे
दिन बरसत नयन हमारे
मन मंदिर में आवो गिरधारी
मन मंदिर में आओ गिरधारी
सूरदास के श्याम मुरारी
सूरदास के श्याम मुरारी
अज्ञान तेरे दर्श की प्यासी
आसिया तेरे दर्श की प्यासी
अज्ञान तेरे दर्श की प्यासी
आसिया तेरे दर्श की प्यासी
अज्ञान तेरे दर्श की प्यासी
अखिया तेरे दर्श की
अज्ञान तेरे दर्श की प्यासी
अखिया तेरे दर्श की प्यासी
मन मंदिर में आवो गिरधारी
दीनदयाल
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
साई जय जगवन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना
नारायण हरि नारायण हरि ईश्वराम्बा प्रियनन्दना साई जय जगवन्दना साई जय जगवन्दना ईश्वराम्बा नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण हरि नारायण साई नारायण
Thank you. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Sai Ram all. Welcome to Sarvadharma Service Center for Swami's birthday celebrations. Great 99 years of Swami's life that has shown us a way, shown a lot of people a way in their lives. Thank you for coming and joining us today. We had the young adults do the bhajans this afternoon, so we started off. And we have a very special guest host speaker today. I wouldn't dare calling him a guest because he is really very, very well known to all of us. And he has been a very important and integral part of Sarvadharma Service Center from many, many years. Mr. P.K. Prabhakar is our guest host today, and we're very happy to have him back again in the last 1 year. Purugali Krishnamurti Prabhakar. He comes from a family which has been associated with Swami since very long time. To be approximately exact, it's 1940s. So this is the kind of a person that actually connects many of the younger generation to Swami in a physical sense. We are coming to a stage when Swami has been not with us for the past more than 10 years already, and it's only going to go farther away from the time when he walked this earth. And these are some of the few people that still we have connection through to Swami. So we are very happy to have him here. And he himself has his first interaction with Swami in 1948 in his great-grandmother's house in Bangalore. Since then, he was greatly blessed to have many interviews and very many interviews and darshans of Swami throughout these years. He was a founding member of the original Cherry Hill Satya Sai Center. And it was founded in 1976 along with Mrs. and Mr. Giri Shankar, for which Mrs. Giri Shankar obtained Swami's permission to open that center, and blessings. P.K. Prabhakar served as the president of Medford Sai Center for many years, and from the point of view of Sarvadharma Service Center, he has been really involved from the beginning, and he has done so much of active work for the presence of Sarvadharma today, especially by introducing to Sarvadharma our friend and brother Krishnamurti Kasturi. And Krishnamurti has been very instrumental from the time he stepped into this arena, and he still continues to be very active. Unfortunately, he's not here with us today, but he had something else that he needed to take care of. So Mr. Prabhakar served as Medford Sai Center for many years, and a service project that he started in 1989 is still continuing, and is something that's very, very dear to many of us, including Sarvadharma again here. He started the distribution of blankets and other needed material for winter time, and this he goes and he actually distributes it in the streets of Philadelphia in that cold weather. And he has been doing this since 1989, and we had the opportunity to be participants in that as well from Sarvadharma many times. Prabhakar and Brother Swaminathan, they both compiled many sayings on Namasmarana, that is, and they presented that to Swami in the form of a book, and that book has been since published and is available through the bookstore at Prashant Nilayam. So on the earthly journey, he's a bachelor of bachelor's degree from IIT Madras and completed his MS and PhD work in aerospace engineering from the University of Cincinnati, Ohio, and an MBA from Temple University. And he has worked since in Bell Labs for many years, almost 30 years. And he has held several positions, including systems engineer, district manager, and director and managing director in the Department of Internal Strategy. So he taught graduate courses in Temple and Widener universities, and he has been a Bal Vikas teacher for almost all these 30 years and more, and he has thus shaped many lives that have gone into the world and served and are serving. So without further ado, P.K. Prabhakar, kindly come and give us the...
Sairam all. Happy birthday to all of you. Hopefully the Swami will be born in our hearts all the time, and we will realize our identity with him and reach that happy state sometime soon. Well, thank you, Harmantrao, Dr. Harmantrao, for all that introduction. A lot of it has been exaggerated. I've just been a participant and somebody who's trying to do some seva, that's all. Now let me start by first express my deep gratitude to the Sarvadharma Service Center for having given me the opportunity to talk to all of you about Swami. You know, whenever we talk about Swami, it's like we relive the time when we were able to have some interaction with Swami and his physical presence was there. So each time there is a description of an experience or a mention of what Swami said or what he demonstrated, there's a thrill of having his presence. I'm very grateful to Swami for his presence in my life. For all these 76 years, from the time I first met him when I was 4 years old to the present day when I'm 80 years old, he's been my constant companion. He has been in my dreams, in my physical interactions, in giving signs, and saving my life many times, and being with me through the ups and downs of life that all of us face. I cannot really describe his full impact on my life. It's almost as though he's a part of me all the time, you know. Now, his constant presence it gives us a sense of security for all of us, and the satsang that we witnessed today, that we are a part of today, and which we have had for so many years in our centers. So Swami, in a way, has shielded us from I dare not say outside, but shielded us from all the negative things and kept almost like a Satya Loka for us, right? It's although as if the Satya Yuga has come for us, and the association of Swami's devotees is one of the biggest boons he has given us. Initially, when he started the centers, I was thinking, why do you need centers for having spiritual progress? But then now I realize what a wonderful thing it is for us devotees to come together regularly, sing his name, and progress in the spiritual direction. Now let me start by the first interaction I was fortunate to have with Swami. The first words that I heard from him, it was in Kannada. He said, "Nan koodal noda alta idya." What means, are you looking at my hair and crying? Apparently, I was crying at that time. My sister was also there with me, and I remember Swami walking down the stairs in my great-grandmother's house, and he's smiling, and then he created vibhuti and gave it to me. My sister was having a fever at that time, so he made an orange and he gave it to her. That was my first interaction with him. And since then, I've had the good fortune of having several interactions. Earlier on, I would say, not recently. Now, my great-grandmother's house in which I had this darshan was in Bangalore in a road called North Road. People who are familiar with Bangalore might know North Road. And we lived in a road called Bull Temple Road, which is like perpendicular to the North Road. It was not very far from our house where I grew up, my parents' house and my great-grandmother's house. So we used to visit there quite often. Now, in those days, Swami used to come to my great-grandmother's house fairly regularly, and he would stay there for 2 or 3 days, and he would give darshan to the general public from the veranda. And when he stayed there, he would, have people come eat, and lots of people came, had lunch, and in fact, that's how we used to know Swami is here, because my great-grandmother would ask my mother to bring rice from our house, because our rice came from our village, Purigali, which is on the banks of Kaveri, and the rice it is a very fertile land, and this rice from there was supposed to be very good. So my mother would go and, cook there with the rice, and a lot of people would be there. I can still remember him. There was an atrium in my great-grandmother's house, and Swami would be sitting there and directing people to eat and so on. That is one memory. There is also another memory, which is they had a room upstairs where Swami would sometimes go, and they would lock the door, and Swami would have been left his body to go and help somebody and then come back. Of course, we children were not allowed to go anywhere near the door. So those are some of the memories at the very earliest that I had when I was a very, very young boy. let me speak a little bit about my great-grandmother and her family, because they seem to be a kind of a bridge to Shirdi Sai. My great-grandmother, her name was Namgiri Amma, and I mention this because it'll become relevant a little later. She had 4 daughters. The eldest one was known as Lakshmi Bai, who is also known as Maharani of Chincholi in the Sai circles. And her second daughter was my grandmother, Kamala Bai. And I mention these names because they all have stories associated with them with Shirdi Sai Baba. Sitama and Rajama, they later on lived in Puttaparthi for a long time, and many people might know them who are regular visitors to Puttaparthi. Rajama had 3 children. One was Yamana, the second one was Manjula, and the third one was Krishnaswamy. Now, Krishnaswamy was the one who, now all of them are Shirdi Sai devotees. They had not heard of Swami at that time, and Krishnaswamy, who was probably 15 at that time, we used to call him Swami Mama. He went to Shirdi. He wanted to go to Shirdi, and he went there, and there he met somebody called Abdullah Baba. Abdullah Baba was a contemporary of Shirdi Sai Baba. And at that time, you might have read of his name in Sai Sacharita. He used to give Abdullah Baba a lot of respect and a lot of friendship also in Shirdi Sai Baba's time. And this Abdullah Baba told Swami Mama, or my Krishnaswamy, that Shirdi Baba is there in Puttaparthi. You will have his darshan within a year. And it so happened at the same time as he was in Shirdi, Sitama and Rajama had gone to Sakama's house. Sakama was the coffee plantation owner whom you might have read about in the Satyam Shivam Sundaram and other books. She was one of the oldest devotees, and Swami had actually gone and visited her in Markara, and there's a whole series of stories associated with Sakama. Sakama used to treat Swami like a child. And Swami was visiting Sakama, and at that time he told Sitama and Rajama to come to Puttaparthi. And of course, once he had told them that my great-grandmother, Swami Mama, Yamuna, Manjula, and everybody went together to Puttaparthi, Swami was waiting for them on the other side of Chitravati River. Now, they were all very strict Madhva Brahmins at that time, and one of their concerns was who will be doing the cooking and where will we be eating and so on. So one of the first things that Swami told them was that, look, I have a kitchen ready for you. You can cook in the kitchen, so you don't have to worry about the muddy aspect of it. Now I'm trying to figure out which is the order in which to tell you the story. I think I'll still go back to the beginning and start with my great-grandmother, which has to do with Shirdi Sai Baba. They were all, the Sitama and Rajama her marriage was not consummated. Rajama was widowed, and of course my great-grandmother was widowed as well. And they were living in this big house in Bangalore, and this was in the late 1940s. The Razakar movement was at a peak, and they were very, very anxious because the Razakars were very violent at that time. People in Andhra Pradesh would know about Razakars movement. So one day, my great-grandmother opened the door when somebody was knocking. When she came out, it was Shirdi Sai Baba in physical presence. And he had his kamandlu with him, and he took the water from the kamandlu and put it around the house. And he said, as long as you don't get out of this line that I've made, you will be safe. Almost like the Lakshman Rekha that Lakshmana put for Sita. And as was expected, the Razakars came and raided a lot of homes, but their one home was not affected. So the presence of Shirdi was there with the family. And Krishna Swami connected the Shirdi Baba with Satya Sai Baba through Abdullah Baba. Now the family, once they went to Puttaparthi the first time, Swami of course talked to them, and those were the days when he used to go to Chitravati and take out all the vigrahas from the sand. And I remember seeing that vigraha, one of the vigrahas he had given it to them, that was the one with Krishna, So there were the frequent visits, but there was one visit that is worth noting. I had mentioned that Rajama had 3 daughters, Yamuna, Manjula, and 3 children. The second one was a daughter, Manjula. And the third one was Krishna Swami. Actually, Manjula was the youngest and Krishna Swami was the oldest. Now, Manjula used to take Swami's slippers when Swami went to the Chitravati river. Then one day, Swami was very pleased with her seva and asked her, do you want mukti or bhakti, shakti, or rakti? I think she said rakti. Four very similar sounding words. And she said, I want mukti. And Swami said, your mother will be very sad. You won't be able to see them. Then she said, you will show me them, Swami. And Swami kept quiet. And, in those days, before you left Puttaparthi, you always went and, got permission from Swami. Or there was also the practice of what is called korike. Korike means asking for what you want. It is Swami would give a private interview and then try and give you whatever difficulties you had to alleviate it. This time they all went and they're saying they were leaving. And Swami very enigmatically said, Papa Rajama. Papa is a kind of a thing when you pity somebody, right? But he said, be happy for a week. And when they came back, the schools had started. And Manjula felt sick and told her mother and said, I don't want to go. And of course, the mother thought that she didn't want to go because she doesn't want to go to school. So she scolded her and pushed her to go to school. But before that, she started vomiting and she passed away immediately. I remember the occasion because my sister used to play with Manjula. 2 days later, Swami came to Bangalore, came and met Rajama and told her it was her karma. She had to reach mukti now. So I had to give it to her. She's in a good place, don't worry, and I'm there with you. And he took care and he consoled her. So the interaction with them was very close, very, he used to come and visit them fairly regularly and stay there in their house. And it's in one of those occasions that I was able to have his darshan and sambhashan. Now the oldest daughter was Lakshmi Bai, as I said, the Maharani of Chincholi. Now they were, the Maharaja of Chincholi was, they had been given a Jagir by the Nizam of Hyderabad. So Chincholi was a real palace. They had elephants, palaces and so on. And after independence got privy purse as well. She had at one time opened up one section of the palace and discovered a rickshaw kind of thing, a cart and a kamandalu. And this part I remember very well, as we used to call her Papa Ka. She was describing it to my mother. I was sitting there. When she opened up the palace, and that kamandalu was surrounded by a cobra. And what she did was she did arati to the cobra and gave some milk and so on. Then the cobra went away and she took out the kamandalu. And the kamandalu had the two letters inscribed saying Sa Ba, which is Shirdi Sai Baba's thing. Then she thought she would give it to Swami, and she came to Puttaparthi, and before she got down, Swami had sent word saying, she's bringing my kamandalu, ask her to come in, Both the kamandalu and the cart is in the museum in Puttaparthi. And I think the kamandalu was used in one of the yajnas that they performed in Puttaparthi. Mahesh, can you show the second view graph? I'll just show you the characters that I'm talking about. Well, I'll leave it on for a minute. That is Manjula, the one that Swami gave mukti to. And in fact, Swami himself has spoken about it without mentioning names in the second volume of Satisai Speaks. This was when Swami visited Lakshmi Bai's house in Hyderabad. It's called Shantiniketan. The group photographs, Mahesh. That one. These are all the ones that I've mentioned. That's Rajama and Sitama are seated downstairs, down. And next to Swami, to his right is my great-grandmother, and to his left is Lakshmi Bai, the Maharani of Chincholi. And the one on the right extreme is Nagamani Purnaya. They all belong to what is called the Purnaya family from Karnataka. Those who know Karnataka history might know about Purnaya. Now, coming to the more recent present, I said Swami has saved my life many times. I won't go through all of them, but I'll mention once. And this happened to be in the year 1971, the same year that I got married. I was living in Ann Arbor with my wife Rupina, and my sister lived in Ithaca, Cornell, where my brother-in-law was teaching. And one Thanksgiving, we decided we'll go and visit them. I had a yellow bug at that time. It's a rear engine bug, And I don't know how many of you know Ohio geography. Ann Arbor is here in Michigan, Toledo is there, and then as you go east, it's a highway from Toledo towards Ithaca. Now, along the way, you pass Cleveland. Now, Cleveland has a river called the Cuyahoga River. This was in November. It gets pretty snowy in those days. We left around 4 o'clock. We passed Toledo, and we are going on the bridge on the Cuyahoga River. At that point, the Cuyahoga River is very deep down, and it's a gorge basically. And the car, that I had, it's a rear engine. I thought I was able to control the slide. I started sliding. I started pumping the brakes, but the sliding only increased. And then suddenly it sped up, and it was perpendicular to the road and speeding towards the guardrail. And my thought at that moment was, yes, we are gone. And how will our parents or her parents know that we are gone? And at that time, my thought was, they might find my address from the wallet that I have in my pocket. Or these kinds of thoughts are going on. I didn't think of Swami or anything at that time. And then suddenly there was like a hit on the car. And the car spun around and went and stalled in the median. The car, which was speeding towards the guardrail, spun around and went and stalled in the median. And of course, we were shook up, and then we didn't go all the way to Ithaca that night, and we stayed locally somewhere in a hotel. It was only Swami that could have saved me. Otherwise, there was no force that could have come and hit it. There was nothing. There was no rain. There was no tree. Nothing that could have hit the car. But I could feel that force on the passenger side of the car. So that was one very I'm glad that I'm standing before you today and I can talk about Swami. Otherwise, I thought I was surely a goner. Now, to say that I've had the good fortune is a bad thing to say. It's actually, Swami has shown me a lot of kindness in giving me several interviews, many of them with my parents, some of them on my own, and he has been very kind enough to do that. I'll talk about those interviews which might have some relevance to all of us, and just shows to a small part of what Swami is. One of the interviews, I had gone to Swami to tell him, in fact, I was coming to this country. Anytime there was any big event, we used to go and talk to Swami. And in this time, I was coming to the US, so I had to go tell him. I went, he called me in. He says, "When are you going?" "Swami, I'm going on such and such a day." "Oh, that is Navami. Why do you want to go on Navami?" I said, "Swami, my sister had come before, and she was living in Berkeley at that time. She had come and I was to go with her. And she had 2 children at that time, and there was somebody else from Mysore who had come. We were all supposed to go together to Berkeley. And I couldn't cancel Swami actually told me, cancel that flight and go on another flight. Anyway, I came back and told my mother, and she did what they call parastala. That means you take your suitcase and put it in somebody else's house and pretend like it left earlier or something. That's what we did. We didn't obey Swami at that time. Then, I don't know whether he asked me or I asked him. A couple of months before, my sister had come, and Swami materialized a picture for her, and I asked for the picture. And then Swami said, "You go stand outside, and then I'll call you in." So he made me go outside the room, and I stood there for a while, and then he called me in. He made me stand next to another person. At that time, I didn't realize, but a lot of what he was saying would come applicable to my life much later on. This was a person from one of the samitis in a place called Hasan in Karnataka. And he was complaining about the politics in the samiti and so on. Then Swami told him, do everything like it is Swami's karya. He told him in Kannada. And then he said, Janara seviye, Janardana seviye. That means the seva you do for people is doing the seva for God. And then, of course, he materialized the picture for me and gave it to me. And then before I was going out, he said, in Kannada again, Kagda baritairi, keep writing letters. So that was the interaction. Oh, there's another thing, a very important thing I forgot. In the interview, I don't know if people who have gone to interviews now, it might be different. At that time, there used to be nothing in the Swami's interview room. There's just a bare room, nothing. And there was a small vestibule kind of thing. It's actually a landing from a staircase. And he had a green curtain separating it from the main room. And if he wanted to speak to you privately, he would make you stand in that vestibule, for a better word. It's maybe about 4 by 4, 4 feet by 4 feet. And he would stand on the threshold, and he was standing there almost close to his face. I remember he's talking to me there, and he said, say the Gayatri mantra at least 3 times when you have a shower. That's one thing I remember very, very distinctly. So, a lot of my Balvika students have got this instruction to say the Gayatri mantra when they have a shower. And many of them say they do. I don't know whether they do it or not, but they tell me they do. Now, there's a lesson in even every little movement that Swami makes in that thing. Earlier days he used to take a whole family with family by family. Now he didn't mix up families, right? And he would, immediately create vibhuti and personally apply it to all their faces, and then talk to them. And then he had a green bag with ridges, full of vibhuti packets. And then he would take his hand and give it to each one of us. Now, before he even let you in, he would stand and he would let you in and close the door. Once he closed the door, then he'll turn the fan on. Right? And then after you finish with you, and then, many times he would say, take Pad Namaskar before you go. You take Pad Namaskar. Of course, when we were young, we were very shy to touch him. So we wasted a lot of opportunity. We would do it like 1 foot away from his foot so that we didn't touch him. We were afraid to touch him, But now I realize, my God, what a chance we missed. And as you come out, he will turn off the fan and then let you out. So he conserved energy that way. There was no adornment at all in his room. There were no pictures, no chairs, nothing. I don't know how it is now. Now I think Swami sat in a chair and people held his hands and all that. We couldn't think of holding his hands and so on at that time. So those were the things that I found out, is the conservation of energy. He says, you should not waste energy, time and money, right? He didn't waste any energy. The importance of the Gayatri Mantra. Service to man is service to mankind. The elements are in his hands. He can create what he wants at that time. And is so intimate that he tells you to keep writing letters. Like your mother might tell you, don't forget to write letter when you leave. But all these things became very important to me. There was a time when my entire career was in jeopardy and I had nowhere else to turn. Absolutely nowhere else to turn. That's when I wrote a letter to Swami. And when within 3 days, I have to tell you, the whole thing cleared up. I don't know if I had the time to go through the details of it. So he's writing letters. I had not written to him until that time, and later on I started writing. So he made me write the letter. And the politics in centers was, at one time it was so bad that I used to get stomachache, and Swami used to come in my dream in those days. So his advice on the politics and how to do the work that you have to do in a center, he taught me by making me stand next to the gentleman. So there are a lot of these kinds of lessons that I was able to, or at least be able to think about Swami. In all these little actions, he has demonstrated so much. So forever I'll be grateful to him. There is just so much that I don't know how much more time do I have, Rao Garu? 10 minutes, okay. I also thought I would give some time for people to ask questions. Let me see what else I can tell. I'll give you another example of Swami. Again, he flummoxed me first, but then later on it became clear. It was in the year 1965. I had gone with one of my friends to Puttaparthi. In fact, I remember the day. That was the day when Lal Bahadur Shastri died. So 1965. Swami called both of us. His name is Prakash, R.K. Prakash, and myself. His mother was worried about his sister's marriage and so on. And I didn't particularly have anything. I just came to see Swami, that's all. First he called him and then reassured him that they'll get married and when they'll get married and so on. Then he called me in. He called me in means two of us were there in the room. He called me in into that small enclosure kind of thing. And he started telling me, I was 20 years old at that time and I lived in the IIT Madras hostel. I don't know how many of you have seen IIT Madras hostel. It is completely surrounded by the deer sanctuary. It's about 2 miles away from any city location. Right? And there were no girls anywhere on the campus. At the time I went, I think there might have been one lady who was pursuing a PhD at that time in physics. So Swami tells me, you want to get married to a girl of your choice. Your parents are looking for girls for you. But don't worry, Swami will take care of it. I came out and said, what is Swami talking about? I don't have a girlfriend. I was still in college. My parents were not looking for any bride for me. What is Swami talking about? Of course, I finished my undergraduate and came to the US and where I met my wife, And before we decided to get married, both of us went to our own homes to get permission from our parents. I came back to, my parents were living in Trichy at that time. I came back to Trichy and my parents said, let's go to Swami, as usual. And my mother told him, Swami wants to get married to a girl of another religion. And then Swami said, all religions are the same to me, and so then nothing, nobody could say anything, right? Once Swami said yes. So we went back and we got married. And on the day we got married in the US. My parents, if Swami was in Vrindavan, my parents had taken garlands and Swami came, he took the garland from my father and he said he'll bless their wedding, and he went to my mother and gave her the garland. So that's how Swami took care of what he predicted 7 years earlier. I was about 27 years old when I got married, and when I had first gone to Puttaparthi, I was 20. It was also true that when I went back to Trichy, they were looking for girls. Both my parents and my aunts and everybody was looking for girls. So literally every word that he said came true. So when Swami says something which seemed impossible at that time, it is actually possible. He makes it happen. So it's thank you for giving me this time. I've shared a part of what my experience has been. He's been there throughout my life, and I think even my wife's life in dreams and in science. Physical presence, I have not seen him, but in the US. But you can feel his presence. You can suddenly smell the vibhuti smell wherever you are. One day I was in a restaurant and the waiter was waiting for an order from me, and suddenly you smell vibhuti smell. I'm looking around and just at the moment you're in a different state, and the waiter was just standing there, sir. So it's so he can be present for you. He's everywhere. basically is everywhere. I can give you another example. You know, it's endless. In 1991, my father passed away. He lived with us. He was a very strong devotee of Swami, and whenever he came home, we talked only about Swami, nothing else. Now he passed away, and I took my mother to Parthi and all that, and left her with my sister at that time. And after we came back, we said, we'll get a change, and we went to New Orleans, my wife and I. And we were walking along the Bourbon Street, and my wife saw a sign which said psychic, astrology, and so on. She said, why don't we go in there? Now, my wife is a big skeptic. She doesn't think anything about astrology or anything like that. That day of all days, she's talking about a psychic and going to an astrologer. I said, what are you talking about? You're not going to go to an astrologer and a psychic. But she said, but your father used to go to astrologers, which is true. My father used to go to astrologers, and Swami would tell him, astrologers can't predict anything. They only tell you the past. But, it was his habit. He used to go to astrologers. So, okay, since he invoked my father's name, so we went in. And I saw, the horoscopes that they were making, they were all computerized and so on. I was not very impressed. But a lady came and said, I'm a psychic, I can see you. And she didn't look like a psychic. She looked like a school madam she was from South Africa. She was a white lady, very, a school marmish, as you might say. She sat down. She said $10 for 10 minutes or something. I said, fine. And then somehow I felt a little bit of, you might say, anxiety or something, and nervousness maybe. So I started saying Swami's name, Now again, another lesson here. As I started saying Swami's name, in my mind, of course, she kept on staring at me, and then said, that was also the time when I was having political problems with the center. And she came and she said, I can't tell you anything. I've never heard of a psychic who says, I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you anything because there's a bright light behind you, and there's a God or somebody standing there, and I can't penetrate that light. Do you want me to ask him what is there for you? Then the answer came back. He says that you be an example to others. Don't start another, I think she meant center, but he said, don't start another ashram. So then I realized, boy, she's lucky, she's able to see him, but I can't see him. But at least the Namasmarana evoked his presence. You know how Swami is so fond of Namasmarana, right? Every page of Satyasai speaks, he talks about Namasmarana. In fact, you can go check. In fact, when Swaminathan and I compiled Swami's sayings, we didn't add anything of our own. And I had taken the galley copy at that time. This story goes into stories, okay? I had taken a shawl to give it to Swami. At that time, Mr. Vednarayan told me, Swami is not accepting anything, sir. So I just gave the galley copy. I think I gave 2 or 3 copies. I don't remember now. I don't know if Swaminathan remembers. And Swami had sent a copy to some of the hostels, and apparently I heard from somebody else that It stayed, one copy was with Swami for 6 months, next to Swami's chair in his interview room. And when both Swaminathan, Lata, I think Lata is here somewhere, and myself went, when Swami came straight like an arrow while we were sitting there, he actually gave a shout. I don't know what it meant, but he came straight, blessed it, created Vibhuti, and went. And of course, it was given to the Sai publications. Now, back to the shawl. I wanted to give Swami a shawl when I came with a galley copy. Now, I used to go and meet Sitama and Rajama, who had moved there by that time. They had been there for a long time at that time. So I used to go there, and they would give me coffee and so on. The coffee is what Swami used to send them. Swami used to send them food and everything. Then as I met her and I was going back, she said, Swami had given me a shawl. Why don't you wear it when you're here and then give it back to me? So I was able to wear the shawl that Swami had given for the 2 or 3 days that we were there, and was able to return it to her. So there is so many things about Swami that I can keep on going. I want to thank you all for your patient listening. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's a nice warm sun coming in. I don't know how many of you went to sleep, but thank you for listening to me, and thank you for Sarvadharma Service Center. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer whatever I can. I may not know all the answers. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhakar. Just please stay for a few minutes, if you don't mind. Anyone has any questions? Prabhakar is ready to take a couple of questions. Very good. So I'm reminded of my professor who used to say, if you don't have any question after this lecture, people knew everything that he said, or I leave the rest.
Nice son has done a job.
So thank you again, PK. I have great pleasure in inviting you and having you come here and talk to us about your beautiful experiences. As I said earlier, people like Prabhakar are the ones who are actually our conduits to Swami. This is how you'll hear about actual experiences from Swami. And as time will pass, these numbers will decrease, but please be prepared for that, the younger generation. I'm sorry, PK, I have to call you back again. You didn't do something right. Sorry. Yeah. And may I request, Swaminathan, to please come and felicitate. As PK mentioned, Swami is one of his co-authors or what should I say? Compilers, let's say that, co-compilers of Swami's sayings and Namasmarana. Thank you again, Sai-Ram. So I think we'll continue with our young adults program. Thank you all for coming, and thank you for listening. Sai-Ram. This afternoon we have a very important person here. You will be surprised, and I was really surprised and shocked, and I was very happy to see somebody who has not been here for a few years. This is a person, somebody who was involved with Sarvadharma Service Center's construction. He's an electrical engineer by profession, and he has helped us so much. It's not easy to tell, from the beginning to the end. So it is Vijay Kumar that is here. He is now settled down in Florida, and they are visiting here. Vijay Kumar and Damayanti, please stand up and be recognized. Sairam, thank you. Thank you for coming. Yes, please.
Only thing I have to say that without Swami's will, okay, nobody come into his fold, and whatever he says, that's only thing that he wishes, and according to his wish, everything happens. I happen to come into the fold, and Dr. Sugasan, actually, he asked me to come into this, and he says the Swami has blessed this program. I want your help, and I got involved in that, purchasing this 9-acre land also. That was also a surprise, and we got that, and then after that, one by one, I got into the fold as an engineer. I started working on with everybody, and finally this project was completed. And that's all it matters. So without Swami's wish, I would have to come to this fold, but it's all wish and his blessings. That's what we have, and that's all I'll say. Thank you. Thanks, Andy. No, I don't want it.
Thank you, Sairam.
गजाननं भूतगणादि सेवितं कपित्तजम्बो फलसार भक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पाद पङ्कजम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पाद पङ्कजम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पाद पङ्कजम्
गणपती गणपती बाप्पा
मोरया मंगलमूर्ती मोरया
गणपती बाप्पा
मोरया मंगलमूर्ती मोरया
नाच नाच रे गजानना वाजे मृदुंग वाजविना येणे नाचत गौरी गणा वाजे मृदुंग वाजविना येणे नाचत गौरी गणा गणपती बाप्पा मोरया मंगलमूर्ती मोरया गणपती बाप्पा मोरया मंगलमूर्ती मोरया नाच नाच रे गजानना वाजे मृदुंग वाजविना येणे नाचत गौरी गणपती बाप्पा मोरया मंगलमूर्ती मोरया गणपती बाप्पा मोरया मंगलमूर्ती मोरया तुझा चिंतनी झमल झाले तुझा चिंतनी झमल झाले आदि आले न भाले तारे आदि आले न भाले नाचे चैतन्य अवदेवा रे पाडा पुरात हरदासी तू रे कर्पूर गौरा जगडोधारा कर्पूर गौरा जगडोधारा कर्पूर गौरा जगडोधारा ये धरणी बल्लारा गणपती बाप्पा मोरया मंगलमूर्ती मोरया गणपती बाप्पा मोरया मंगलमूर्ती मोरया नाच नाच रे गजानना सुख करता दुःख हरता वार्ता विघ्नाची दुर्वी कुर्वी प्रेम कृपा जयाची सर्वांगी सुंदर भुईची शोधाची कंठी झडके माळ मुक्ता फळाची जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव जय मंगलमूर्ती दर्शन माते मन कामना पूर्ती जय देव जय देव जय देव जय देव तू देवांचा देव खरा आदिनाथ तू मंगलकारा तू देवांचा देव खरा आदिनाथ तू मंगलकारा रे कृपेशा अमृतधारा रे कृपेशा अमृतधारा कारी विश्वाचा सर्व सारा कारी विश्वाचा सर्व सारा हे विघ्नेशा हे जगदीशा हे विघ्नेशा हे जगदीशा हे विघ्नेशा हे जगदीशा हे धरणी परमेशा
Let the rain of your presence fall on me. Every day that I live, with every breath I take, let the rain of your presence fall on me. Everywhere that I go, sigh, let your presence flow. Rain on me. Love divine, joy unspeakable, overflowing in my soul. This heart of mine is refreshed and at rest in your presence, in your presence. Let the rain of your presence fall on me. Every day that I live, with every breath I take, let the rain of your presence fall on me. Everywhere that I go, sigh, let your presence flow. Rain on me. Let your rain saturate us all. Rain on me. Let your rain saturate us all. Rain on me. Let your rain saturate us all. Rain on me. जय जय जग जननी देवी सुर नर मुनि असुर सेवी भक्ति मुक्ति दायिनी भय हरणि कालिका मंगल मुद सिद्धि सदनि पर्व शर्वरीश बदनि तापति निर तरुण तरणि किरण मालिका गमधनि सरि गारि सनि गमा गमा गमधनि सरि गारि सनि गमा गमा जय जय जग जननी देवी सुर नर मुनि असुर सेवी भक्ति मुक्ति दायिनी भय हरणि कालिका जय जय जग जननी देवी
gari sa gari sa gari sa ni ga ma gari sa gari sa gari sa gari sa ni ga ma gari sa karma charma kar kripal shud shir dhanush baan gari sa ni ga ma gari sa ni ma karma charma kar kripal shud shir dhanush baan धरणी धरणी गानव गल रण करालिका भूतना पिशाच प्रेत जागिनी जागिनी समेत भूत ग्रह विदार कर विदार गालिका जय जय जग जगनी देवी ga ma 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 ga 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 ni ni sa sa ga ri sa ga ri sa ni ga ma ga ri sa ga ri sa ga ri sa ga ri sa ni ga ma ga ri sa ga ri sa ga ri sa ga ri sa ni ga ma ga ri sa jaya mahesh bhamini anek roop ragini gari sa ni ga ma gari sa ni ma jaya mahesh bhamini anek roop ragini samast lok swamini shailabhalika रघुपति पद परम प्रेम तुलसी चरणे देह वै प्रसन्न पाहि प्रणत पालिका जय जय जगत जननी देवी सुरवर मुनि असुर सेविका मति मुक्तिदायिनी भय हरणी कालिका जय जय जगत जननी देवी सुरनर मुनि असुर सेविका मति मुक्तिदायिनी भय हरणी कालिका मंगल मुद सिद्धि सदनि शगनी तापति करुण करणी किरणवालिका 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 పల్లె బాలు బలి మా పల్లెలు పుట్టావు పల్లె బాలుని బలి మా పల్లెలు పుట్టావు గోపాలుడివా నీవు గోవిందుడివా గోపాలుడివా నీవు గోవిందుడివా నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ అక్షయ సంవత్సరాన కార్తీక మాసాన శివునికి ప్రియమైన సోమవారాన పుట్టినావు అక్షయ సంవత్సరాల కార్తీక మాసాన శివునికి ప్రియమైన సోమవారాన పుట్టినావు నారాయణ వ్రతవేళలు నవ్వులు చిందించినావు నారాయణ వ్రతవేళలు నవ్వులు చిందించినావు నాగసాయిగా దర్శనమిచ్చునావు తండ్రి పరమశివుడివా నీవు పరమాత్ముడివా పరమశివుడివా నీవు పరమాత్ముడివా నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ కరుణారుణాంతులుని కన్నులలో మెరిసిను భువన మోహనముగా చిరునవ్వును చిందెను కరుణారుణ కాంతులోని కన్నులలో మెరిసిను భువన మోహనముగా చిరునవ్వును చిందెను దివ్య ప్రేమ సౌరభాలు నీ పలుకులు నిండెను దివ్య ప్రేమ సౌరభాలు నీ పలుకులు నిండెను శ్రీవత్సముని గదపై అందముగా మెరిసెను జనార్దనుడిగా నీవు జగన్మోహినివా జనార్దనుడిగా నీవు జగన్మోహినివా నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ నరుడివో లేక నీవు నారాయణమూర్తివో 10 అవతారములెత్తిన ఘనుడివో బ్రహ్మవో నరుడివో లేక నీవు నారాయణమూర్తివో 10 అవతారములెత్తిన ఘనుడివో బ్రహ్మవో ఎవరివయ్య స్వామి మా ఇంటి వెలుగువైనావు ఎవరివయ్య స్వామి మా ఇంటి వెలుగువైనావు ఎవరివైననేమి నిన్ను జగములైన కొలవాలి నీ చల్లని చూపులే సుఖ శాంతులనివ్వాలి చల్లని నారాయణ నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ నారాయణ సత్యనారాయణ
Bhagawan सुंदर रूप आया, ओ साई कृष्णा for you. Radhe Govinda, Krishna Mukunda, Radhe Govinda, Nanda Krishna, Murali I sing for you. Murali I sing for you. Oh Shama Gopi I am to you. चरणों में तेरे मिट जाऊं श्याम, let me be one with you. चरणों में तेरे मिट जाऊं श्याम, let me be one with you. गोविंदा मुकुंदा गोपाला, घनश्याम दीन दयाला, गोरा राधा मीरा, कृष्ण लीला सलीला. गोविंदा मुकुंदा गोपाला, घनश्याम दीन दयाला, कृष्ण लीला सलीला. O Lord of Radha and Meera, Radhe Govinda, Radhe Gopala, Krishna I call to you. Mere Radhe Govinda, Radhe Gopala, Krishna I am for you. Let me be one with you, O Sai. Let me be one with you.
दिन तुम्हारा और जन्मदिन तुम्हारा, तेरी नवंबर को जन्मे है साई में, चमका है जीवन सितारा हमारा, आया जन्मदिन तुम्हारा. नवंबर का महीना है पावन, करेंगे साई भजनों का गायन. इस धरती पे भगवान आए, उन्हें कहते हैं साई नारायण. तेरे झुलने की डोरी को थामेंगे, तेरे झुलने की डोरी को थामेंगे, धीरे झूलेगा साई हमारा हमारा, आया जन्मदिन तुम्हारा.
सच्चे सेवक मेरे साईं बाबा, तुमने प्यासों को पानी पिलाया, लोग बूंद बूंद पानी को तरसे, वहाँ गंगा सा पानी बहाया। साईं प्रेम से बढ़कर कोई प्रेम नहीं, साईं प्रेम से बढ़कर कोई प्रेम नहीं, प्रेम अमृत की बहती है धारा, आया जन्मदिन तुम्हारा। सारी दुनिया की आँखें है तरसी, कैसा है तेरा जन्मदिन, देसी परदेसी लोग परती आए, अपने साईं को देंगे बधाई। साईं की लीला का पारावार नहीं, साईं की लीला का पारावार नहीं, तेरा भक्ति में देखा नजारा, आया जन्मदिन तुम्हारा। Happy birthday to you, 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 Sai Rama. Happy birthday to you, 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 Sai Rama. Happy birthday to you, 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 Sai Rama. Happy birthday to you, Sai Rama. Birthday to you, Sai Rama. आज की रात निराली है, उसे मत पूछो। आज की बात निराली है, उसे मत पूछो। जिस तरह जुड़ रहे हैं मेरे सरकार यहाँ, दिल के झूले में बिठाओ, वो झूला कर देखो। बोलिए इससे भी प्यारी कोई रात आई है, मेरे बाबा की आज, मेरे बाबा की आज सालगिरह आई है। हर तरफ एक
महकी सी फिजा चाहिए है, जानते हो कि नहीं सालगिरह आई है। हर तरफ एक महकी सी फिजा चाहिए है, जानते हो कि नहीं सालगिरह आई है। दुनिया वालों सुनो, दुनिया वालों सुनो, दुनिया वालों सुनो, दुनिया वालों सुनो, मेरे बाबा की आज सालगिरह आई है। हर तरफ एक महकी सी फिजा चाहिए है, जानते हो कि नहीं सालगिरह आई है। चांद हंसता है, सितारे मुस्कुराते हैं, आसमां पर ये नए रंग बिखर जाते हैं। चांद हंसता है, सितारे मुस्कुराते हैं, आसमां पर ये नए रंग बिखर जाते हैं। भोर होते ही जो किरणों ने छुई चित्रावती, भोर होते ही जो किरणों ने छुई चित्रावती, एक मस्ती भरे संगीत में सब गाते हैं, एक मस्ती भरे संगीत में सब गाते हैं। लब पे कुदरत है, ओ लब पे कुदरत की कैसी हंसी छाई है, जानते हो कि नहीं सालगिरह आई है। हर तरफ एक महकी सी फिजा छाई है, जानते हो कि नहीं सालगिरह आई है। जब भी दुनिया में कहर जुल्म सितम ढाते हैं और बर्बादी के आसार नजर आते हैं, जब भी दुनिया में कहर जुल्म सितम ढाते हैं और बर्बादी के आसार नजर आते हैं, तब कभी धर्म और ईमान की हिफाजत के लिए, तब कभी धर्म और ईमान की हिफाजत के लिए बंदा परवर खुद भी धरती पे उतर आते हैं। हर तरफ एक महकी सी फिजा छाई है, जानते हो कि नहीं सालगिरह आई है। हर तरफ एक महकी सी फिजा छाई है, जानते हो कि नहीं सालगिरह आई है। मेरे बाबा की आज सालगिरह आई है। Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, Sai Baba. 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 Sai, you are very bright, our darling guardian, Redeemer of mankind. Yuga Avatar Sai, we promise to imbibe the five values of life, marching your symphony, Nagasarva Sai. You are the basis of our life, you are the reason for our living, the very essence of our life. Prema Swarupa Sai. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Swami, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. Satya Dharma Avatari, Shanti Prema
नमो नमो सत्यरूपाय नमो नमो धर्मरूपाय नमो नमो श्री सत्य साई नमो 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 शांति रूपाय नमो नमो प्रेम रूपाय नमो नमो श्री सत्य साई नमो सत्यरूपाय नमो नमो धर्मरूपाय नमो नमो श्री सत्य साई नमो 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 शांति रूपाय नमो नमो प्रेम रूपाय नमो नमो श्री सत्य साई नमो
फतेहपुरी में जन्म लिया जो साई बाबा नाम है।
जन्म लिया जो साई बाबा नाम है
मयूर मुकुट धर मुरली मनोहर साई श्याम नाम है।
मयूर मुकुट धर मुरली मनोहर साई
हे शिव शंकर उमा महेश्वर साई शंभो नाम है।
हे शिव शंकर उमा महेश्वर साई शंभो नाम है
हे परमेश्वर पति पुरेश्वर तू ही मेरा प्राण है।
हे परमेश्वर परपुरीश्वर तू ही मेरा
हे परमेश्वर पति पुरेश्वर तू ही मेरा प्राण है।
परमेश्वर परपुरीश्वर तू ही मेरा प्राण है। ईश्वरांबा प्रिय नंदना रत्नाकर कुलभूषणा अखिल लोकाराधना परम पूज पावना आपस्तंभ सूत्रना अंतरंगारंगना भारद्वाज सगोत्रना भव्य नामा कीर्तना भव्य नामा कीर्तना
नवनीत चोर
चित्त चोरा यशोदा के बाद नवनीत चोर गोपाल साई गुरुदेवा, साई गुरुदेवा।
साई गुरुदेवा, साई गुरुदेवा।
गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं, जय साई गुरुदेवा।
गुरुदेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं, जय साई गुरुदेवा।
तुम ही हो माता पिता, तुम ही हो साई गुरुदेवा।
तुम ही हो माता पिता, तुम ही हो साई गुरुदेवा।
सत्य स्वरूप राह दिखाओ साई गुरुदेवा। गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं, जय साई गुरुदेवा। गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं, जय साई गुरुदेवा। बिना निर्वाण नहीं, जय साई गुरुदेवा। गुरु सेव बिना निर्वाण नहीं, जय साई गुरुदेवा।
हे पति पुरुष प्रशांति वास साई मुरारी। साई मुरारी, साई मुरारी, साई मुरारी।
साई मुरारी,
हे ऋषिकेश हृदय निवासा, हृदय निवासा।
हे ऋषिकेशा हृदय निवासा, हृदय निवासा।
साई मुरारी, साई मुरारी, साई मुरारी, साई मुरारी। साई मुरारी, साई मुरारी, साई मुरारी, साई
सत्य धर्म शांति प्रेम स्वरूपा, प्रशांति निलया देवा।
धर्म शांति प्रेम स्वरूपा, प्रशांति निलया देवा।
रामा हो कृष्ण हो साई राम देवा। शिव शक्ति स्वरूपा बाबा, हे दीन पालना बाबा। हे प्रशांति निलया देवा, हे पूर्णावतारा बाबा। अल्लाह हो मौला हो साई राम देवा। अल्लाह हो मौला हो साई राम देवा। वाहे गुरु जी बोलो।
सत्यनाम 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 जी बोलो।
सत्यनाम 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 जी बोलो।
नित्य जपिए तेरे नाम जी बोलो।
नित्य नित्य जपिए तेरे नाम जी बोलो। सत्यनाम 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 जी बोलो
राम 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 जी बोलो
राम 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 जी बोलो
राम 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 जी बोलो
राम 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 जी बोलो
नित्य नित्य जपिए राम नाम जी बोलो
नित्य नित्य जपिए राम नाम जी बोलो
कृष्ण 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 जी बोलो
कृष्ण 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 जी बोलो
नित्य नित्य जपिए कृष्ण नाम जी बोलो
नित्य नित्य जपिए कृष्ण नाम जी बोलो
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय
गोविंद जय जय गोपाल 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 जय जय
राधा रमण हरि गोविंद 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 जय जय शंभो शंकर देवा
ओ शंकर देवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
भोले बाबा महादेवा
साई बाबा महादेवा
साई बाबा महादेवा
आदि प्रभो शरणं देवा
आदि प्रभो शरणं देवा
आदि प्रभो शरणं देवा
आदि प्रभो शरणं देवा
हर हर गंगे महादेवा
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 हर हर
नारायण भज नारायण नारायण भज नारायण नारायण तन मन रंजन भव भय भंजन असुर निकंदन नारायण नारायण भज नारायण नारायण भज नारायण नारायण जब जब पीड़ा पड़े भक्त पर बार बार अवतार किया पाप मिटा कर धीर दिखाकर मानव को तुझे कोटि प्रणाम करेंगे, तुझे कोटि प्रणाम करेंगे, तुझे कोटि प्रणाम करेंगे। जन्मदिन में साई तुझे कोटि प्रणाम करेंगे, तेरी जन्मभूमि में साई आए बिछड़े बहन और भाई, तेरी पूजा करने बाबा तीर्थ शांति में आए। जन्मदिन में साई तुझे कोटि प्रणाम करेंगे। धन्य हो ईश्वराबा मेरे साई को तुमने जन्मा, 30 नवंबर को बाबा साई भजन का गान करेंगे। हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई रामा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई रामा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई रामा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई रामा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई रामा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई बाबा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई रामा, हैप्पी बर्थडे टू यू साई रामा। It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Listen to the angels singing in the sky. Listen to the ocean waves dancing with joy. Listen to the birds singing in the trees, all of them singing happy birthday, happy birthday, Sai Baba, happy birthday, Sai Baba, happy birthday, Sai Baba, happy birthday, Sai Baba. It's a happy, happy, happy day. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Happy birthday, Sai Baba. Happy birthday, angels singing in the sky. Listen to the ocean waves dancing with joy. Listen to the birds singing in the trees. All of them singing happy birthday, happy birthday, Sai Baba, 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 happy birthday, Sai Baba. It's a happy, happy, happy. It's a holy, holy, holy day. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक अति महेश्वर ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शशिवर्धना श्रीकरा सर्वाधारपते स्वामी सर्वाधारपते आश्रित कल्पलतीका आश्रित कल्पलतीका आपदारण्य ॐ जय जगदीश हरे पिता गुरुदेवं मरियन्तयुनीरे स्वामी मरियन्तयुनीरे नादब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नादब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशय ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शिव साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगलारती अंतको मंगलारती अंतको मंगल गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण 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 सत्य नारायण नारायण सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम साई नारायण नारायण समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु शान्ति 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 जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की परम